Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Grab a brew. Don't cost nothing.
Well, Lorne, I'd like to meet your gang.
Well, but just before we do that, I just want to say that I thought Jerry was wonderful as well.
Before we say goodbye, again, my thanks to Jerry Lewis for sitting still for an extended interview on this program. And as I said at the outset of our broadcast tonight, beginning on October the 11th, Saturday night, we'll open up a whole new live venture from New York City, from Studio 8H here at Rockefeller Center. And we just happen to have the producer of the program, Mr. Lorne Michaels, with us, the producer of Saturday Night, and members of his company. And let's spend a couple of minutes talking about your show. Lorne, I'd like to meet your gang.
Well, but just before we do that, I just want to say that I thought Jerry was wonderful as well. This is Chevy Chase.
Nice to meet you, Tom.
Were you named after the town in Maryland, or is that your real name?
That's my real name. No, it is my real name. In fact, I was named that 2 days after I was born. But we don't want to stay on that, do we?
No, we certainly don't. It's going absolutely nowhere.
This is the beauty of live. You can move right on.
Yes.
Dan Aykroyd.
Hello, Dan.
Hi.
Hi, Dan.
Jane Curtin.
Jane.
It's Garrett Morris.
What's happening?
Gilda Radner.
Gilda.
John Belushi. And
Lorraine Newman.
Lorraine Newman.
That's all right.
Will all of you be seen every week doing improv or repertoire, or how does it work?
Well, we've got 8, and we're hoping for 2 to really work. So not all of these people will become stars. I mean,
that's what I
a
said, that only 2 of you will be chosen to appear on the program, so the rest of you are just spinning your wheels. Is that what I mean?
Essentially, yes. No, almost everyone. Well, I don't want to. It could be embarrassing.
You don't want to hurt us now.
I think I can say without fear of contradiction that I will be working every week as one of these stars on the show. Now, Danny here, who's a funny fellow in his own right, will be on once in a while when we work his contract out. The rest of the company here are all very good improvisational actors, and they'll probably be on too. We've done a tremendous amount of work already, and we'll be on live. We're ready to go.
We were in the studio all day today and all day yesterday.
What'd you do?
We're still trying to figure out how they get the people in the little box. That's the only problem so far. But it's very, it's a nice building to be working in, this place. I mean, it's...
Rock Center is a nice...
Rock Center?
Yeah.
It's so clean.
The air conditioning needs a little toning down.
No, the heat was turned on in the building here 2 weeks ago, and that heat stays on until June 15th. Because there's a memorandum which was written in stone downstairs a couple of years ago, and it says, "Thou shalt turn the heat on September 15th. Thou wilt not turn the heat off until June 15th.
Oh, that explains
it. That's right. And then in June, the guys come in on the treadmill, and the fans start going up and down. It gets a little cooler in the building. I want to ask you about what you've all done before, whether you got the jitters about doing a live show for an hour and a half, but I got to stop here for just about 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and we'll be right back. Just a couple of minutes here with the gang from Saturday Night, which premieres here on NBC at 11:30 on the 11th of October. Lorne Michaels is the producer. Now, your first host is George Carlin, a funny man, who probably will say the 7 words which cannot be said on television. Huh?
Live, yeah. There is a 6-second delay, but some of those words have 8 or 9 letters, so you never know.
What if he says, "Watch Saturday Night Live with Howard Cosell"? Now, that's the 6 words you ought not say.
Well, I watched the Cosell show the other night, and I...
Great.
Didn't like it at all.
No, I liked it quite a lot, actually. I was actually quite happy that there was a show coming from New York.
Me too.
I think that there's different stuff in New York.
What should we look for on your program?
Anxiety. Fear. The first show... George's guests are Janice Ian and George's guest. I'm turning into an announcer. Joining George will be
appearing with
Janice,
George tonight.
Exactly, will be Janice Ian and Billy Preston, and Albert Brooks has done a short film which is very funny. The Muppets of Jim Henson has put together
a new batch,
a whole new group of Muppets, which are adult Muppets and who can stay up late. And we have. Geez, there must be something else on that show. I mean, these people will be on, and
well, of course, there's
will probably not look anything.
We've been taping all day. We're kind of
we've been taping a bunch of commercial parodies. The past past 2 days in the studio, and when you have 18 minutes of commercials in your time period, then it's to not comment on commercials. would be ridiculous. So we've put them in just before the actual commercials.
Well, it all starts on the 11th of October, and I wish you all well and have a lot of fun, and the audience will too, and welcome to Rockefeller Center and doing live television from New
Thank
York.
you.
I think it's great.
Thanks, Rick.
We will continue and tell you about Monday night's effort at 1 o'clock in the morning right after these news.